Today in this video we're going to be making pumpkin swirl cheesecake bars. This is the recipe, so if you want to take a picture of that, please do. Okay, so first what we need to do is we need to get out all our items, all our ingredients, or everything that we need. I will probably forget something. So you want to get 4 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. These need to be at room temperature. You need melted butter, 1 stick. 12 ounces of these lovely Biscoff cookies. You're gonna want parchment paper, a whole set of measuring cups, a whole set of teaspoons, that includes tablespoons. And you want your pan, and that needs parchment paper on it, sprayed down. You of course put your recipe or this video. You want flour, sugar, ginger, ground allspice, and of course ground ginger, and ground cinnamon, 4 eggs, room temperature. Remember that cream cheese is at room temperature too, and the butter is melted. So the first step is to get your pan ready and to preheat your oven to 325. And so that's step number 1. Now moving on to step number 2. All right, so first we want to, ground, I don't know how you would say it. I don't know, I guess mash. Wow, I just did that. This thing presses it down, and I totally just tried to drop the cookies in the food processor. Make sure you have a food processor for this. We're going to drop our cookies into this food processor, and the recipe says it'll take about 20 seconds till they are basically just like a little crumble. I'm gonna drop some in there. I will let them ground. Okay, so now that our cookies are all ground up and good, we are gonna add our 1 stick of melted butter in here. And I forgot to add, you're gonna need salt and just a little pinch. What do you think? Pinches. This is already salted butter, so I didn't want to add too much. So not too much salt, however much salt you think it needs, but I have salted butter. It calls for unsalted butter. Well, we do not have that. And basically, we are going to mash this up again. Okay, so now we have our cookie, butter, and salt mixture in the bottom of our pan, and we're basically gonna take a spatula and kind of spread it down, turn it into a crust. And we want to evenly spread. We don't want to unevenly spread. Okay, so now that's pressed down and kind of like a crust, we're gonna put this in the freezer for about 10 minutes. Okay, so now we have our cream cheese and sugar in there. Remember, that's 4 sticks of cream cheese and 1 1/4 cup of sugar. And we are going to stir that in. Start slow. Then you can start and then scrape the sides as. Okay, so we've added the eggs, and now we're just letting them beat together, and then we'll add the flour, which is just a 1/4 cup. And then we will add our salt, which is, let me see here, 1/2 teaspoon. And we're beating the flour and salt together at a low speed. Okay, so next we are going to transfer 1.5 cups of our regular filling into a small bowl. I'll just grab the first bowl. It wasn't sight, so it is large. We're going to transfer that into our other bowl. Remember, if you're enjoying this video, please like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, tell your friends about this channel. You need those subscribers. And make up the high five. If you try this recipe, then comment below what you thought of it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright. Well, while I'm transferring that, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you to do with this leftover batter, not the batter that you transferred. Put it back on your KitchenAid stand mixer, whatever brand you have, stand mixer. Attach it back on if it's like one of those detachable ones. And yeah, just go ahead and do that, and then I'll cover what to do next. Okay, next we are going to add our pumpkin. Let me grab a spatula. There's some boots to be scuffed, pearls to get snapped. You need a 4-wheel drive truck with a chain on. This just looks gross. Looks like baby food. And then we are going to do 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. One teaspoon of ground ginger. And we're gonna do bottle of allspice. Allspice. 1 teaspoon of allspice. My family is watching something odd. And then we're going to do a teaspoon and a half of ground cinnamon. So 1 teaspoon. And then a half a teaspoon. And then we're going to put I put this in the sink and now I need to rinse it off. And my hand. So, yep, this is working. Okay, so now we're just blending it. Remember, start slow, and then if you need to, if the recipe says, then crank it up. Okay, now we are almost done. It is just time to pour in the pumpkin batter in here after this has frozen. trick. Get it all in here. Just another friendly reminder, you can always hit that subscribe button. It never hurts to just hit button, especially if you're button happy. And if you're already subscribed and you're button happy, don't hit the unsubscribe button. Just hit the like button.
I forgot an apron, and this is what happens when you bake and you don't have an apron. So if you're baking this, please have an apron.
Okay, we're gonna evenly spread this out. Audience bad, just don't say anything because I do not have a mic. It is just me talking and the phone listening. I gotta put my special. Okay, I found a place for my special. Now you're gonna want a spoon to doll up this stuff, and also while you're at it, get a skewer. It's gonna dollop up around. This is not the first time I made it before. I made it for like a baking competition my church and another church was doing, and I got in 3rd place, and I thought it deserved maybe 2nd place, but yeah, I've tried this before. It is so good. If you just watch this video and you don't try it, you don't make it, shame on you. I don't know what my family is watching, but it doesn't sound like I want to go back there and watch it. Goodness. I don't know if it's like an Avengers movie or like what's happening. Or if it's like a Halloween movie, and I really hope it's not because I don't want to go back. Okay. Enough rambling. Okay, I need to get a skewer. Okay. Time to get a knife. I got a knife, but if you have a skewer or something, and basically you wanna just kinda do something like that. I think a skewer would be much easier. This is not gonna be the prettiest because I don't skewer, and I haven't done this in like a year and a half, at least 2 years maybe. But you want to swirl it around as good as you can to make it look pretty. I know this looks really ugly. Don't say anything in the comments, please. If you did not hear that, please don't say anything in the comments about my artwork. It looked better last year. Okay, so here's the finish. It actually looks better than when I started, but yeah, we're just not gonna talk about that. So next, this says after I do that, we are going to let it bake for 30 to 35 minutes. I'm gonna do 35, and then we are going to let it cool at room temperature for 30 minutes, and then we're going to refrigerate for 2 hours, so basically just the whole night.